everybody. My name is Professor Winans. If you have me for lecture, which a lot of you do have me for lecture too, this will be your second welcome video, so it'll look very familiar, a lot of the same information, but I'm a little bit different for lab. So if you do have me for lecture, just bear with me. It's a really brief video. So you might get some new information too. And if you don't have me for lecture, then it's nice to meet you too. We are obviously doing this course entirely online, which is a little bit interesting for a lab course, but we did have a summer session run of this class and it went okay. So it should go smoothly this semester. I think all the bugs are worked out. But if there are some bugs with it, we'll work together and we will make it work. So essentially this is just to get you oriented so that you kind of know what to expect for the semester. A lot of you may have finished your A&P1 classes in the spring or in the summer in this sort of format, so maybe you kind of know what to expect from this. But if you did do A&P1 earlier, maybe last fall or whatever, then this might be a little bit of a new or an adjustment for you to get used to doing it online. But essentially, since it's a lab course, we're going to be learning a lot about just naming structures, learning what the structures are in the body, so like your blood vessels, structures in the heart, digestive system, all the different systems that are listed in your syllabus. And then if you look in your syllabus, which your syllabus is found in the information section on Blackboard, it'll have what we're going to be doing each week and like which system we're going to be learning, and then it'll have the exam dates. So you want to make sure that you take careful note of the exam dates so that you know you're ready for the exam when it's time, and so that you're ready to turn it in when it's time. Cat's ready for the exam. So you want to make sure that those exams are done by their due date. Now I will post them a little bit early so that if you want to take the exam a little bit early, then you'll be able to do that too. Now how it will work, if you then go into the content section of Blackboard and you look in there, you'll see 3 folders, which will be exam 1, exam 2, and exam 3 to represent all 3 lab exams. So if you go into exam 1 folder, then you'll see a bunch of different PowerPoint slideshows, which will have labeled versions of the structures that you're supposed to learn. And then there'll be unlabeled versions too, so that you can practice and study. And you'll see images on the exams that will be asking for those same structures. And you need to be able to know that right off the top of your head, because you can't use your notes. Patients don't have notes with them, you know, so you need to, in order to be ready for your future career, you need to know these things off the top of your head. So it's just a lot of repetition, you know. Anytime you're trying to put something into your memory, you just have to repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. So looking at the labeled slides, then testing yourself with the unlabeled versions over and over and over again. Now you'll also notice that on some of the slides there'll be some notes, you know, in the PowerPoint at the bottom they have that section for notes. So there'll be some notes about function, and those things will be asked on the exam. Well, they could be asked, not all of them will be, but some of them will be asked on the exam as just a written verbal question, sort of like a lecture test sort of format. So there'll be more about the tests as we get closer. I don't want to overwhelm you on the first day just talking about tests, but that's essentially how you'll be studying for week 1 or for exam 1 and exam 3. It's pretty much identification and then the functions of those structures. For exam 2, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more like a lecture test because we're doing things called biopack exercises where we'll be looking at EKGs and learning how to interpret them and things like that. And there are some more involved notes associated with those, some videos associated with that to explain the concepts, since it's more of a physiological process rather than just naming structures. So a little bit more about that test when we get closer to it. So essentially what's going to happen then is that every Monday I will post an announcement, so kind of in the morning-ish time, around before lunch for sure. And it'll just be a reminder of what you're supposed to be doing that week. So which PowerPoint slides you should be looking at and studying, how far you should get in your knowledge, so how much of that should be committed to your memory by a certain point that week. Reminders if there are exams coming up. So if you have, you know, there are the 3 exams and there's one assignment that you can use your notes for. It's called the biopack quiz, but it's a thinker, so you still need to, you know, have studied for it and have done the work to get ready for it. So I'll give you those reminders every Monday so that you don't forget. So to help keep you on track and help keep you organized. Now, if you do need some extra help, or if you just have questions for me, you can email me. Some questions we can handle by email. Some questions you might want to have a face-to-face conversation, which we'll do by Zoom. So just email me, we'll set it up. It doesn't have to be during our class time. It can be pretty much any time during the week. So weekends are a little harder for me to find time, but if it has to be, I can find time on a weekend even. So whenever you need to talk to me, we'll make it work with between our schedules. Something will work out. So don't feel shy about asking me for help. Whenever you need it, I'm here for you. That's what I'm doing, sitting in this room waiting to help you guys. So I'll have that announcement posted for you very soon about what you should be doing this week. And I hope you guys all have a great week. And nice to meet you. See you soon. Bye.